Welcome to my channel. My name is Lauretta Oshomoh. I am a Nigerian based in Paris, France, and I share my lifestyle here in Paris. I also drop useful tips and tricks for people that are moving to France. And if you're interested in that kind of content, please watch more videos. If you are a returning subscriber, you are the realest. Now, let's get into it. Okay. Now, if you've been wondering, how can I survive in France? I don't know how to speak French. How do I survive there? Blah, 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 blah. This video is going to tell you every single thing that you need to know. And I'm also going to share my experience on how the journey has been as a non-French speaker living in Paris. I came into this country not knowing how to speak French, like nada, nothing. But let me just mention that before I came to France, I have been taking Duolingo lessons for about 2 or 3 months, 3 months max. So I knew a little bit of French, very little, like 5% or 2. So when I came here, I faced a lot of anxiety. Do you understand? Because going out, you need French. Sometimes if you want to communicate with the salesperson, you need French. You literally need French for almost every single thing in this country. And this is just to tell you to bear in mind that if you are thinking that, oh, I'm going to come to France, spend the rest of my life here and not learn French, you're joking. And I mean it. You're actually kidding, because it's almost impossible to stay here and not know how to speak French. If you decide that this is where you want to spend the rest of your life, then you would have to put in the effort from day one. So when I came here, like I said, I didn't know a lot of French, so it was really difficult getting by, asking questions. And I'm going to tell you how to survive, right? The first thing you need to do as a non-French speaker in France, when you arrive at the airport, first thing to do is that get your SIM card. There are some network providers that need you to provide your French bank number, your house address, and blah 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 blah. Okay, please avoid those networks. Please just buy Leica Mobile. Okay, buy Leica Mobile. Once you get to the airport, I think you should get at the airport. I'm guessing, I'm not sure. You'd have to verify that information yourself, but you should be able to get SIM card at the airport, because at the airport you might be able to find 1 or 2 people that speak French. Sorry, that speak English, that can always direct you to where to get what. Okay, so now next thing is that when you come out of the airport, you're wondering, how do I get tickets? How do I pay for transportation? Blah 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 blah. Now, when you get to the airport, before you leave the airport, there is a place where you can get tickets. Okay, place where you can buy tickets. Go there or ask any of the security people that you want to buy tickets. When you get to the machine, there are different languages. There is English, French, and German. I remember those 3. I don't know. I think there are others. I'm not sure. But there's English, French, and German. So if you're an English speaker, you can just speak English. And then from there, you can select a ticket. You can buy a ticket for metro. You can buy for the tram. You can buy for the RER. That's probably terrible pronunciation, but it's spelled RER. Okay, so usually the ticket that works for the metro works for tram, works for the RER. That's the train. It's actually a train. It's a very fast speed train. Okay, those 2 things, make sure you do that at the airports before you even know where you're going or what you want to do. So next, when it comes to buying stuff, what you can do as an English speaker is you can help yourself. Most supermarkets have like self-service. Okay, they have like places where you can just scan your item by yourself and pay, and those dashboards, they usually have English, French and German. Most times English and French is always there, so you can always speak English, pick English and scan your items and get out of there. So now when it came to school, I didn't face any challenges because my school is a British school and I did not need to speak French. But the disadvantage about that school is the fact that they don't teach you French, so you might spend a whole year not even learning French at all. Okay, and I'm just gonna put out a disclaimer right now. French is a hard language to learn, so you must be willing, you must be very, very intentional if you want to learn the language. And if you think it's not something that is for you, probably don't disturb yourself about coming to France, because it's gonna be hard. Okay, so like it's really, really, really difficult to survive here as a non-French speaker, and I'm being very honest. In fact, Paris is even understandable. If you go to other places, other parts of France, it might be tougher. Paris, most people here are not from here. Most people who live in Paris are not from Paris, so it's easier, not very easy. It's easier to find people that do not speak French. Okay, so when it comes to student jobs, if you're in Paris, I'm stressing Paris. Okay, I've been saying Paris because I'm based in Paris, so I know my own experience. I don't know other people's experiences. Okay, so for people based in Paris, you can find jobs, you can find babysitting jobs, you can work at McDonald's, Domino's, what else? There are a couple of jobs here in Paris for English speakers. Okay, just depending on what you are willing to do. Do you understand? If you were a cleaner in Nigeria and you know how to clean, you can clean here. Okay, or you have cleaning skills, you can find a cleaning job here. Okay, so it's only in Paris that you find these English jobs easiest. English student jobs in other places are not as guaranteed as it is in Paris. In Paris, you will see student jobs. It's just that you might not have the time to do those jobs, but you would see student jobs in Paris. You will get. But other places. So for full-time jobs, right? For full-time jobs, you can get a full-time job without speaking French. Trust me. I know people that came here from other countries that do not know nothing in French. Okay, it's possible. Okay, I hope that encourages you. It is possible, but it is difficult and it is rare. Okay, it's rare doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means it's not as much as the opportunities if you speak French. So you learning the language would help you a lot. If you're in Nigeria or wherever and you're planning to come to France by next year, please enroll yourself in a French teaching institution and learn French. It will help you. At least by your second year, you'll be very, very okay. You know? Do you understand? So it will help you get by. Like, you will not need to have Google Maps. Need to have Google Maps anyways, but you won't need to have Google Translate. So as a non-French speaker, how do I translate documents? Google Translate. Okay, and as a non-French speaker, what else do I use? Chrome allows me to translate any documents or any internet page before I use it. Okay, if you want to send an email to a French organization, whether it's for your transport card or whatever, especially if it's a government organization, please translate your English to French before you send it, because if not, they won't read it most times. Okay, they would not read it. So any message you are sending, translate it in French. Don't assume, oh, they will translate it to French, they will read it. They will just bypass your message your email and look at other people that are speaking the French for them. Do you understand? So French is like a very, very important thing here to survive in France. Yes, I've been doing it for over a year. It gets easier, but there are days where you're like, oh God, I wish I could speak French. Okay. So do I have any regrets? Nada. I don't. For me, life is all about enjoying your journey and not regrets and thinking about, oh, I could have. No, enjoy the journey, and that's what I'm doing, enjoying the journey. I hope that if you decide to come here, you also enjoy the journey too, and I hope it's a pleasant one for you. I hope you have learned something from my experience. I hope I have been able to share useful tips and tricks to survive here in France as a non-French speaker. If you like this video, watch more videos and give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to comment, please comment, because it also helps YouTube know that people like the content and they enjoy watching it. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye.